Well, what's up guys? This is Daniel from Arms Family Homestead, and as you can see, it's time to get this fall garden going. We want to have those fresh greens all winter long out here inside the high tunnel, and if we don't get started now, we're not going to have greens this winter. So when I say fall garden, I'm not just talking about trying to plant late season tomatoes and cucumbers and all that to be harvested in September, early October. What I'm talking about is more like a fall/winter garden. Having this high tunnel out here is such a blessing for us, but even without it, there's a lot of crops that you can grow in a lot of climates, you know, southern climates, zone say 5, 6, 7, 8, maybe 5's borderline, I don't know. But a lot of us southern folks can get away with growing a lot of cool season crops all winter long. So I'm talking about things like lettuce, spinach, Swiss chard, bok choy, broccoli, kale, carrots, beets, radishes. A lot of that stuff will make it through some pretty good frost and even some freezes. If you get some row covers going outside, you could get a lot of stuff through the winter. As long as you're not getting down to like 0 degrees without any frost protection, a lot of this stuff will really survive. I've had spinach out here in this high tunnel get down, you know, we're in the high tunnel, but I've had spinach survive down around that 0 degree temperature. You come out in the morning and it's just frozen solid, and it kind of wilts a little bit, but then by the time about noon comes around, it just perks right back up. So there's a lot of crops that people can grow through the winter, and I'm going to show you how we do it out here in the high tunnel. Like I said, you don't have to have a high tunnel to do this, but there's some things that I do that I thought you guys might enjoy. So to start with, the first big key for me is starting our crops with a soil block maker. This is from a company called Ladbrook. I've talked about it several times on the channel in the past, but I use a good quality potting mix in a tub, water it down real good, stab this thing in there, and it makes 4 little soil blocks with a little indention on the top. And I start my seeds in trays, so it kind of helps me get a better germination, better control of what I'm doing, and in the spring I can save space where we're not spending 2-3 weeks having crops in here. I can get them started in trays. So let's get started making some soil blocks. Quick break from gardening. We'll get those seeds planted in a minute, I promise. But today is day 1 on the new patio project and retaining wall and all that. Got to bring you guys along and show you this. They're tearing out all that old railroad tie retaining wall and going to start doing some excavating, pull all that dirt out. Anyways, let's go check them out. So that's pretty awesome. I can stay up there and watch those guys and help those guys all day, but I've got to get back out here in the high tunnel in the garden and get some seeds planted because, you know, they're only gonna be here for a few days. We'll get that on video for you guys. I'm like super stoked about that project, super excited. But if we don't get this done, we're not gonna have greens through the winter. So we gotta do that. So once I get out here, use my soil blocker. By the way, my soil blocker, I bought this on Amazon. I'll leave a link, an Amazon affiliate link in the description box down below. It's a very handy tool. I use this thing a lot. I make a lot of soil blocks, especially in the spring and even here in the fall. But so there's a lot of seeds that you don't have to start in soil blocks. You can sow them directly. You know, things that I like to put in soil blocks are spinach, lettuce, bok choy, kale, Swiss chard, all that stuff. But things like radishes, like my let's see what here. We've got some hailstone radishes. You can sow radishes directly in the ground. They do wonderfully that way. But I like to put about 2 or 3 seeds in each soil block, and it comes up as a little clump of radishes, and then I can plant those and space them out. But you can sow them directly. My buddy Luke, MI Gardener, you guys know I plant a lot of his seeds, and that's what, back down here, that's what the majority of these are MI Gardener seeds. Luke likes to direct sow a lot of these crops. I like to put them in soil blocks just because it's easier for me. So I'm gonna get to planting some seeds. Giant Nobled spinach from MI Gardener seeds. What you doing sneaking up out here?
I didn't sneak up. I walked up.
So she came out here to work in the garden, I think. That's what she came out here to do.
No, I didn't.
Why? Come on, it's so much fun. It's like the sun's getting hot. It's warming up in this greenhouse. You can get out here and sweat, get your sweat on.
I just took a shower. So I don't want to get sweaty.
Well, I take a shower like 2 or 3 times a day this time of year sometimes.
Well, I'm a girl and we don't do that.
Well, this is supposed to be a gardening video, a seed starting video, but every time I turn around, they're showing up with more equipment, more work going on up there. But I'm dedicated to finish what I'm doing here. Got almost all the trays filled. So far I planted spinach, kale, Swiss chard, bok choy, hailstone radishes. They're white. Oh, my wife and I did a cooking video on those. If you missed that, they're delicious. I'll leave a link to that video. And some broccoli. So we're gonna get these seeds covered up, watered. The main thing with trying to start seeds in August is I'm gonna have to water these things a couple times a day. Just come out here in the morning and the evening, make sure those little soil blocks stay nice and moist. And as soon as they pop up and get to growing, we'll start fertilizing them with just lightly with a liquid mix, a real gentle fertilizer, nothing strong. Get them growing, get a couple leaves on them, and then we'll get them in the ground so we can get this automatic drip irrigation that I use doing its job, and I don't have to water them twice a day. So let's get finished out here. It's getting hot. That sun is warming me up in here. Well, alrighty then, we got our seeds tucked in nicely, got them watered, covered up just a little bit of soil, watered them in well. And every day, or not every day, but every few days I'll come out here, start a few more seeds so we can have different successions of different crops going. Get all these different winter, cool season, fall, winter varieties of crops going. And we'll have us a nice fall garden real soon. Now, that's done. Let's go check in on the Patio Progress. do you think, Bella? Do you approve? Huh? Is it Bella approved? You like it? Well, I know the lighting's not the best, but this little Kubota mini excavator here is making short work of tearing out this retaining wall. I mean, it's gone. The retaining wall's gone. The footing's gone. Now we start the excavation process because we're going to have to move this where the old wall was. He's going to go back about another 15 feet. That tree over there has got to come down. So there's a lot of work that has to be done here, but so far day one is going excellent. Got all the retaining wall out just the first morning. So we've got to do some time-consuming work. Got to dig up some water lines and move some water lines, move things around. Our telephone box comes into the house right here. Phone company's going to come out, reroute that, move everything here. You just never know what you're going to find out here. I mean, tore out a retaining wall. Look at this old glass bottle, pop bottle. There ain't no telling what all kind of trash is out here in this, but it's going to be a fun process. I hope you guys stick along. Can't wait to show you the finished product, what we're going to get. Have a nice concrete patio out here. Retaining wall will be 24, 25 feet from the house. You can't even see me because of the sun. It's so bright out here. Anyways, I'm excited about it. I can't wait to see how it all comes together and how it all turns out, and bring you guys along for the process. It's gonna be fun. I know today was supposed to be a gardening video, and that was how I planned it when I walked outside this morning, but these guys showed up, and this is fun. I got to bring you guys along for this. So anyways, guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and you guys have a great day, and we'll see you on the next video.